welcome to the Manly D's podcast.
What up, what up?
It's your boy T-Dye Roy, your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope, I got some you can borrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow.
What up, world? It's Dave. Dave has wings. I'm back in here. I'm doing my thing. Keep your mind elevated. Keep your feet on the ground. Subscribe to the pod. We're going to keep polishing that crown.
Hey, and also in the building with us today on the microphone, my fellow brother from the 2, the 7, and the 6. Hold on, let me say it. 2, the 7, 6. My boy Roger. What's up, Roger?
What's going on, man? This is great. I appreciate y'all letting me join.
You know,
hey,
on the mic
we're so glad to have you, man. You know, it's so funny. Who would have ever thought 2 people from Martinsville was going to be on the Manly D's podcast?
It's true.
Actually, that's a lie. Original Manly D's podcast, it was 2 people from Martinsville.
Okay.
But who would have thought that it would happen again?
Yeah.
And it is happening again. Now, before we get started, I am having this internal struggle right now because I want to help my brother out, but I don't know if my brother is comfortable enough to let me help him, right? So the cameras can't pick this up, but on my boy Dave's right-hand side of his beard is a piece of lint. And I want to reach over and just grab that joint. But can I do that as a man? Can I reach over to another man and pull some lint off of his beard? Because it's easy if I just do it versus him telling and he all because his beard big. You know what I'm saying? He can go all over the place. He keep missing it. Can I reach over there and grab the lint? Why is it not possible? Okay.
Did I get it?
Well,
Is it gone?
and that's the thing. He moved it. You can't see it, but it's still there. Why can't I? That is the first question on this podcast today. Why can't I, as a man?
Well, you could and you can, but I just appreciate the heads up so that it's not an awkward situation that you just trying to touch my face.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be some process to how things get done. It's just like if he was eating. And like you may do it to like your significant other or something, but if your homeboy got some ketchup or something on it, you ain't about to just be like randomly. You ain't about to just like off the random reach over with the napkin. You gotta give some heads up. So now that you're giving the heads up, you know what I'm saying? I can consent to you grabbing the lint out of my beard. Consent
all right,
is a thing.
Important.
We're just
That's important.
Consent.
So Roger, you got an eyelash on your your cheek. I can't reach over and be like, here you go, brother. Blow on that and make a wish.
See now blow
minute.
on that is crazy.
Wait a minute.
See, you was teetering on the line.
Wow.
And then you had to really take. That is insane. You know
Man.
what?
I mean, it's true.
And you know what? Leave the lint.
Yeah, that's
The lint is gonna stay now.
I'm good.
The lint is gonna stay now.
I can't
Thank
get
you.
the eyelash off.
No, not the way you man. Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Protect yourself, and that's why consent is important.
Consent is important.
Cause see, Troy is the big homie.
He would take
who
it
be
there.
and be playing around. So he be like,
Yeah.
all right, bro, hold on, I'm starting to feel violated. Like you joking, but I'm starting to feel violated, and I don't know if it's anything that I could do to hold you off. Cause you, so we good.
Okay, all right, bet. I can't get something. If it's something on your face, no. All right.
It's
but
always
what if
the buff cats that play too much, bro.
But what if
Too
it was
much.
something on your shirt?
That's probably fine.
Can I pick it off your shirt?
Yeah, that's probably fine.
That's cool.
That's a little less intimate and invasive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. Or you could just say, hey, man, you got some on your shirt.
And
I'll be like,
we could just go through the process. I'll keep doing this until it's gone. You know?
Yeah.
And you just and make sure you ain't
I mean,
mixing
would
up
you want
some
somebody-
lint for the grays. You know what I'm saying? Because the grays be looking like lint sometimes.
would you want somebody to play in your beard? Like a dude just walk up and
Pause.
Now he want to pause.
you just
Okay.
told me to blow on an eyelash that was fake.
No,
Okay.
he didn't say no eyelash. He
Now
said
you
blow
said the
on that.
word
He said
play
it.
though.
Yeah,
You said the
yeah.
word play. Now that's a little different. You use the word play. I'm with intent trying to help my brother out. Well, that's another question. This actually goes to another segue. Do y'all feel comfortable telling people? This is so random. Y'all feel comfortable telling people they got something in their teeth?
Yes,
I will.
100%.
If I'm talking to you and I gotta look at it, yeah. Hey, bro.
Why do people feel uncomfortable telling somebody they got something in their teeth? Tell me.
I don't know, bro.
If I got something in my teeth,
Yeah, let
me
me
know.
Don't have me looking out here
that's
looking
weird.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta give me a heads up. I can't. Yeah, I don't get that one. That one is not a thing. You got, hey, yo, you got it.
The easiest way to
I'm
do
saying?
that,
smack myself in the face.
is to say, hey, you got your phone on you? Yeah. Hey, pull up your camera app real quick. For real? Well, for what? And go like this and go like this.
That's a whole lot.
Yeah, I would just be like, yo, you got to.
Well, then it goes back to what I was saying a little bit earlier. I tell you it's over on this side and you keep missing it. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a matter. It's it's Robert's Rules of Order. It's a
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. Just which order you do it in. But I ain't got no problem telling nobody because you could also do like, hey, you got to lose some of your teeth. Like use your camera to. I mean, you go that way too.
Yeah,
As
but you
opposed
can't
to
just
like
lead with
the camera.
hey
situation.
man,
Like,
take your phone out, put on your camera app, slide it up, put it on portrait mode because that's clear. You know what I mean?
Because I told homegirl that the other day, she was like, thank you so much. I was about to take portraits. I was going to walk around the whole day and no one even say anything.
If the
to
portrait
her.
photographer didn't tell her that, shame on them. If they
Facts.
was about to take her picture and didn't do that, but that's another hypothetical. So we ain't got to go down that path.
Because here's the thing: if I'm afraid to tell you about something that's in your teeth, then who's to say I'm going to tell you something about your soul that need to be addressed? You feel me? Something as little as teeth, which has no eternal value, and I can't tell you about that, then I'm never going to tell you about your soul.
You might be the only person who's thinking about that. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, the
You might be the only person who's
the
thinking
connection
that,
between
thinking
something
that
in your
deep,
teeth
bro.
and your soul.
Yeah,
is,
that's a seismic
yeah, that's
gap. But you know,
Nonetheless,
that's why we need people like Troy in the world.
Hey man, I realize I'm a different dude, man.
You are, and we appreciate you for that.
And that has been the crux of my, I'm not gonna say my being, but it's been the crux of my identity.
What's that?
Has been that trying to fit myself into other people's idea of who I should be. And oftentimes I like to say this about myself. If I had a superpower, my superpower would be mimicking. I'm not sure if you ever watched the TV show Heroes. It was there was a character in there, a black girl. She didn't realize this. One day she was just watching TV and she was watching Kung Fu, and something happened that she ended up like doing a backflip. She was watching gymnastics, and something happened where she had to dodge something, and she repeated something that she saw on TV. She was like, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? And then one day her cousin is playing the piano. She just stood right beside him and she started playing right beside. She's like, I've never played the piano ever before, but she just saw what he did and she mimicked it. If I had a superpower, my superpower would be that I mimic and I am able to reflect back what somebody else is doing. And so some people, and so let's say for instance, Dave is Dave, Roger is Roger. I see y'all hanging out together. I see how y'all hang out. And so what I will do is I will assimilate to how you all interact with each other and just mimic that. And while I'm doing that, I'm putting the true Troy in the back seat and not being present.
Interesting. You know what's crazy though is that some people do that as like a manipulation tactic.
Ooh, tell me more. Am I manipulating?
Nah, I don't think so. But some people will, they call it mirroring or getting you to mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
It's like the same thing of like, it's like, and some people do it in sales and stuff like that too, where like you say something and you like nod your head subtly to get the other person to nod their head, which puts them in like kind of a subconscious state of mind of getting ready to say yes. So if you're getting ready to like pitch somebody on a deal or present an offer to them, you might offer them a couple of different questions that get them to say yes. So you get like kind of into like this yes stack. You know what I mean? Or you start just, again, like I said, just nodding your head throughout conversation, stuff like that. And people naturally, when they're not aware of it, will start to nod their head and fall into. So yeah, there's a certain little nuances and stuff like that where that happens too. So people use it for different type of like psychological manipulation.
So taking that concept, am I basically trying to sell myself?
Maybe. Potentially. Conversations for the therapy couch.
No, man, I'm here on the podcast.
I mean, that too. That too.
Yeah.
But if you really, I mean, you know what I mean? If you want somebody clinical to uncover that, get with a professional, you know what I'm saying?
No, and so but you're right. It is something to
Unpack.
unpack
Mm-hmm.
with a therapist. I will say this though, and my wife, who just so happens to be a therapist, she hit me with the piece. It's like that I've hit a midlife crisis.
Really?
But my midlife crisis response is actually, she would qualify, or she said I'm doing positive things, but it's not to say that I could be doing something that could be negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I say positive things, like I'm not doing the let me go get a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Let me go, keep my youth type of, type of stuff that shows vibrato or things like that. She was like, no, you getting in the gym, you going to school, you know what I'm saying? And one thing that I would say, and she didn't say this part, but I would call out myself, is that I am not ashamed of Troy anymore.
That's what's up, man.
What were you ashamed about?
I'm glad you asked. I would like to say, bro, I am not just, and sidebar real quick. Last year I said I wasn't going to say the N-word, but talking about myself today, I'm going to use the N-word several times. Okay.
How long did that actually last? Or did you actually
I went the whole year.
You went the whole year?
Yeah. I slipped a couple times.
I feel like you slipped a couple times on the pod.
I caught myself. I was like, yeah, I caught myself. But I'm a different type of nigga, man. Like, no, for real, I am. Like, I like so many things. Like, I'm not just in one container. Like, I like sports, but not so much that I'm deep diving into sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like anime, but not so much that I'm deep diving into anime. I like video games. I like hood movies. I also listen. I like Martin and I like Seinfeld. You feel me? Like, I like The Wire. I like and I also like Breaking Bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like a general amount of things, whereas some people like specialize in specific things, and that's just who they are. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, even growing up in high school, you can see it with me. Bro, I was cool with the jocks. I was cool with the nerds. I was cool with the preppy kids. I was cool with the hood niggas, and I was cool with the suburban kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was cool with Magna Vista people. And Lord knows you don't like Magna Vista people.
Yeah, Magna Vista and Martinsville wasn't nah.
We beefed all the time.
All the time.
But y'all was I loved y'all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was our rival school. You know what I'm saying?
So weird, like, because Martinsville is such a small place to have. I mean, literally, you would have cousins and family members going to Martinsville, and man, it all depends on your address.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, I've learned to appreciate things from different people, different aspects, different genres and stuff like that. And so because of that, I'm not going to neglect who I am in the presence of people who may not accept that. Just like
what was the shame part? You said you're not ashamed of Troy anymore, but what's the word? And then you went to kind of talking about like all the things that you were into. Okay. But where's the shame part?
Yeah, good part. So let's say, for instance, like, if I nerd out and I start talking about a whole bunch of anime, but you don't like anime, and you like, man, this nigga Troy, what is he talking about? Case in point, and you saw this in real time. We was in the chat. You sent the video talking about, side missions.
Yeah.
Can you tell a little bit about that video?
Yeah, it was a TikTok. It's crazy. I'll be dropping stuff in the group chat. I'll be forgetting what it was all sometime. But I think it was a couple guys on a podcast, and they were talking about like if your life was like if you had everything you needed for life, or if you came up on bread or whatever it was, where you ain't had nothing to worry about no more. What is the random side mission that you would take? So the cats was talking about different things like, oh, I skydive, I do this, I do that. One guy was like, you know what I'm saying, I'd try and go to like mascot school, see if I could be a mascot either like professionally or for like a college team or a high school or something like that.
Yes. And I said 100%, I would be a mascot.
I can see that. Yeah. If you know Troy gives you mascot vibes. Yeah. Because Troy is always positive, always
upbeat,
uplifting, upbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think so for real?
I mean, when I see you.
Y'all got a lot of energy.
Except for when that line real long at Einstein's.
Hey, bro,
and
I don't even deal with it. I don't even deal with it. You exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, I received that. But yeah, I would say I'd be a mascot. But then when I mentioned that, what happened was like, Troy, you never cease to amaze me. Lace in the comments, talk about some Troy. I learn something new about you all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, some people may not know that other side of me because I don't show it to you because I don't even know if you would appreciate it. And if I showed it to you, are you going to downplay me because I appreciate these things?
Yeah. So I still make it clear for me on like the shame, like what were you ashamed of about being into all those things? Or are you just talking about presenting an interest and then finding out that somebody, now you are presenting all of your interests without any like preconceived notion or with no care for the feedback from the people that you're presenting it to type vibe?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that's like, because I'm a people pleaser.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah,
I think it's part of the people pleasing concept is that because I'm a people pleaser and you don't like something that I like, then that makes me feel bad that I like what I like because you don't like it. Mm-hmm. And now I got to ask the question, should I like it to be in relationship with you? And it's like, no, I like what I like.
Yeah. I got you.
I like what I like.
Yeah. That's hey, what the old people say, you like it, I love it.
Right.
So I'm in there with you.
But like, I remember case in point one time,
yeah,
me and you was chilling over at a mutual friend's house and they was talking sports. They was talking something. I forgot what they was talking about. And you was like, I cannot contribute to this conversation at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be, I want to be able to contribute to everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a little bit something so I can at least be on you know, be a part of the gang. But it's like, yeah.
That's good though, man. Like they call that cocktail party knowledge. That's one thing too. Like,
bro, he got a phrase for everything. Mirroring. What you say earlier? It was mirroring and
mirroring.
And now it's cocktails.
That's cocktail party knowledge. Like when you are networking or when you're at an event, you want to be well versed because then you can talk to anybody about anything. They call it's when you learn little random facts that help you kind of drive conversation. Because I mean, it's only so much small talk you can do. It's only so many times you can ask somebody where you from and what do you do and da da da. Like after a while, it's like you got to talk about something. So that's where you got a little cocktail party knowledge. You can kind of just pull a little fact. You know what I'm saying, about something you saw in a that you saw in a documentary or something that you was like, you know, did you know, or are you, you know, did you know that blah 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 about like, you know, seals? You know what I mean? Like, you tripped me out. I was watching Discovery Channel the other day, and I found out that seals do whoop de whoop, blah blah blah. And the next thing, like, oh no, I didn't. But the only time I seen the seals was when I took my kids to SeaWorld. But like, that's one thing that like, it's funny because as much like you got a phrase for everything, and us obviously being on the pod, which means we all naturally have some yap to us.
Yeah.
I suck at small talk. I'm terrible. Like, cause I have like, my issue with small talk is usually if I'm having conversation with somebody, I really just hate staying on the surface. I would rather have an actual like in-depth conversation and like hear really about like, you know, your life or something that you may be dealing with or like, and you can't do that with strangers. Or you can't do that in certain scenarios. So like we'll be on the phone with somebody, or Lauren will see me out and somebody's like asking me something about something and she'll be like, you look so disengaged in that conversation. I was like, I was engaged. Yeah. I just don't have anything to I can't skim across the surface.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm real terrible at small talk.
So when you get into conversation, are you one of those type of people is like, hey, tell me about your childhood upbringing?
Not really that, but like I have issues a lot of times like reciprocating. So I try and like I'm trying to be more mindful of reciprocating because I'm like the type of person where like if I want to genuinely know something, I'll ask. But if I'm not really too keen on knowing the information, then I won't ask. So somebody be like, yo, how you doing? So I'll give them the whole rundown of how I'm doing. Like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, blah, 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 working on this, blah, 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 blah. And answer that question and stop. The natural response for most people is to be like, yeah, so how are you? That's not my natural response. I give you the information you asked for. We're good.
Which is funny that you say that because I see you as being a networker.
Well, I'm more of a purpose-driven connection type of person. So like when I was younger, when I first got back home and was on the scene, I would like go to everything, meet as many people as possible. I was like a machine gun, I like to say. But then as I got older and as I realized how much energy that strips away from you, I became more like a sniper. So it's like I want to go to this event to meet these couple of people or to show face to do these types of things. And those are naturally rooms that want to be in, need to be in, et cetera. And then that way you can like spend your energy a little bit better as opposed to. But yeah, I hate the concept of networking.
I hate the
word
I
networking.
Yes.
Like if something is deemed a networking event, like if it's in the title or if it's in the description, I probably won't go because I don't like people get the wrong connotation. Like they have to introduce themselves to everybody or they come out with just like fan and business cards. And it's just like, bruh, there's no alignment here. You know what I mean? Like people, that's also again with the small talk is like people don't getting in and getting out of conversation and just realizing that like, cool, the dialogue was the dialogue. Like people always feel like there has to be a like, oh, well, let me follow you on Instagram. We don't got to do all that, bro.
Yeah.
We just had a conversation. Cool.
I think the biggest thing with networking is trying to decipher between what's genuine or what's just trying to get the job.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like I'm a purpose-driven connection type of situation. I can't just be in rooms where everybody's like trying to talk to everybody to see if there's an opportunity. It's just like, let's just vibe. Let's find commonality. And if there's space and time, then something will happen.
Roger, you a network guy?
Nah, not really. I kind of agree with what Dave said. Like, if I'm going to an event or I'm going to somewhere, there's a purpose. I have something in my mind. There's a reason why I'm going. I'm going to speak to so and so. Not I'm going into the room to see who I can vibe with.
But see, and that's the thing. Okay, so you talk about genuine. Is that genuine? Because I'm coming here with a purpose. Genuine to me would be like, I just want to get to know you.
But I don't think I really want to get to know everybody.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
that's
for real.
That's genuine.
What it come down to? Like,
I don't want to get to know you. So why am I going to this networking event?
It sounds terrible saying it out loud, but it's the truth.
If I want to get to know you, then I'm going to the event. I'm not going to see if I want to get to know you.
Yeah, like I'm not going to a room full of people that I don't know to see if I want to get to know somebody. Like I need to know that I want to be in that room for like otherwise, like why am I going?
It has to be a reason for me to go.
Yeah,
I got you.
Like I can't. And again, it's like the same thing with like with a couple episodes ago when Lace was talking about how he uses basketball. Shout out to Lace, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how he uses basketball everywhere where he moved new. You know, where the people hooping at? Let me go hoop.
Yeah.
Let me join a league. Let me do this. Let me do that. It's like that gives you an automatic commonality with people, and you can naturally meet people in that environment. You hear about what they got going on, all that kind of stuff. Like, cool. We already know we got like somebody you would have had to at least met somebody, or maybe you signed.
We have something in common.
We exactly already.
Yeah.
We know that we can hoop,
and this is the thing that brings us together.
Exactly.
Not anything else.
Yeah. Not.
This is the thing
for the sake of knowing somebody or for the sake of meeting somebody. Like meeting people for the sake of meeting people is just kind of like that. The concept of that just like throws me, bro.
Because if you go or when you go in that room and you don't vibe with anybody, that is the worst feeling.
Or people just trying to force the vibe.
Ever.
Like you trying to find something for us to vibe. Like,
and you're like, why am I here?
Yeah, like it gives me the willies, bro.
And
heebie-jeebies. Yeah, bro. Golly, relax.
Heaven forbid you take your wife or your significant other, because then she looking at you on the ride home like, why did I come to this?
Yeah.
You had me out here. You know how it is.
Yeah, I feel you.
So
yeah, bro.
All right, so in the same vein of like getting to know people, networking and stuff like that, I know you said you can't do surface, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me this, because this is something I struggle with. How do you all manage to not overshare? Because like you said, you don't, surface ain't your thing. And that's for me too. I don't like surface either. Outside of saying, hey, how you doing? How's the weather outside? Like after that, hey, what are your insecurities that happened when your father wasn't there? You know what I'm saying? Like that's me type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So how do y'all get to the point of not oversharing? Because that's what I struggle with. I've noticed sometimes I get into conversations and I will give you more than what you ask. Because you said even earlier, you said somebody ask you how you doing and you do the rundown. And when somebody asks me how I'm doing, it's not the general like the general greeting that we do. Because in America, I know some people from other countries, they have a problem when it comes to America. When they come to America, because they're like, people will literally walk past each other and say, hey, how you doing? And won't answer the question and just keep on walking. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of just acknowledging one another. But I notice sometimes when people ask me, hey, how I'm doing, I will actually think before I answer that question and just give you good. You know what I'm saying? So how do y'all keep from the overshare?
Well, I think it's context, and a lot of it is I mean, for me, the general answer is not going to go past like something business or creative related in most cases, unless it's somebody who I know and we're intentionally having a real how you doing conversation where I can then talk about how I actually am doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for me, it's just, it becomes contextual. It's like, it's like how we was raised as black people. It's like, don't be giving everybody your business.
Right.
Yeah, but even with that, sometimes like the people that you are vibing with, the people that you are in community with, sometimes they may not be ready and prepared to get everything that you given. You know what I'm saying?
You can't own how they respond. You know what I'm saying? If they wasn't ready for it, you shouldn't have asked the question, which is why I don't be asking the question. Because I don't know what you got going on. So you try to, that's the other thing too. I mean, I think even in seeing like some content around communication specialists, they have different questions that you should ask that can keep conversation from being boring and keep people from feeling obligated in those pockets.
Yeah.
So as opposed to asking somebody how they're doing or how are you when you're like making small talk, maybe it's like what are you working on that's exciting you lately? Or what's the last thing that you learned that was interesting? And that way it kind of guides the conversation into something that's not like, that doesn't lead to that interpersonal piece.
Yeah.
Too deeply. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I be struggling because, you know what I'm saying? I be in conversations and, I'm also kind of expecting for people to ping off of what I'm talking about. Because I feel like I don't be having conversations in a sense where like I'm expecting somebody to, you know what I'm saying, wait for me to be like, so how are you? I also would think that like the way I have conversations is I'm waiting for what somebody's saying to trigger something else to continue to drive the conversation. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a 1-for-1 because that's not how conversation always works, where we are asking each other and answering the same question.
Yeah.
So if somebody's like, how are you? And I go down the run of things that I'm working on, I would expect or think that something that I'm saying would maybe trigger something else in you to be like, oh, that's crazy. I didn't know you was a photographer, or I'm working on this creative project, or I'm working on, as opposed to it being like you
sit there.
Right. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to you to not respond and wait for me to ask, how are you? I'm thinking we're going to actually end up in a conversation too.
Yeah.
So when somebody asks, how are you? And I give you the rundown and then the response is like slow or no, I'm like, well, I guess we're good here.
Yeah.
Nothing that I said triggered anything within you. So,
when I notice that I'm oversharing, recently, I can't speak for the past, but recently, as I'm realizing when I'm oversharing, I'm like, oh, I need to deposit some of these emotions and feelings that I'm having right now. Deposit. I need to put them somewhere.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, I need to put them somewhere. I need to either put them in a note on my phone. I need to put them in a voice note or something like that. Like I need to talk to my wife or something. I need to deposit this somewhere because right now I'm spilling over.
Do you journal?
And I'm just giving it to someone else. Just recently I started I started doing that a little bit more, especially when thoughts ruminate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure about y'all, but funny story. When I was growing up, my grandma would be in the kitchen. She'd be washing dishes and stuff like that. And I always noticed my grandma was like having full-blown conversations out loud by herself, like talking, having conversations, like as if she was in a conversation with somebody else. I thought she was. I was like, my grandma is crazy. I'm 42 years old.
Yeah.
And I am having full-blown
Doing the
conversations
same thing.
with myself. Now, I may not be doing it out loud, but they are ruminating in my mind.
You know what's wild though? Because it seems like we both have it, and some people don't have it. So there are people who don't have like the inner dialogue.
The internal dialogue?
Yeah, like they don't hear themselves when they think. They don't think to themselves in their head. There's like just nothing. Like if their thoughts come out as I guess words. Like if they're not talking, they can't hear their thoughts.
Right.
Like that. When I realized that, I like that trip. I thought everybody thought to themselves in their head and could hear it,
Yeah.
but apparently that's not a thing.
So what do? They just be living? They just be walking
Bro,
around?
I have no idea. It's wild to me. I can't grasp the concept. So when I heard it, it blew my mind. I was like, what do you mean you don't like? That was like, I think I saw this on TikTok. Somebody was like, yeah, some people don't have like internal dialogue. They don't have the internal dialogue. They don't hear themselves thinking out loud in their head. They don't hear themselves think.
Yeah.
Cole Brown on Martin.
What happened?
Think about how whenever they did some kind of scene when they were having like not talking out loud but in their head, and then they go to Cole and it's just like the number you have just called is not. Yeah.
Oh, and it's not. I mean, get it. I think that's them trying to play Cole, but like, I don't think people slow. I just think that again, like people just be wired different, bro.
Yeah.
Like they just don't. So if they're thinking, they probably are saying it out loud, or maybe they're writing it down, but they don't hear themselves think.
Mm-hmm.
And that is just wild to me because I have so many things that just come to the brain that I can hear. Like, it's wild.
Exactly. Bro, that's the reason why, like, as of lately, in order for me to do my daily devotion, where I jump in the word, I do my cross references, looking at commentary and stuff like that. Like, I have to do that first thing in the morning. First of all, I have to wake up early to do it so that I am not pressured for time. Because the moment that time becomes a factor, I start thinking about what's coming after
next?
that time. Yeah. Like what's coming on after that time. So first of all, I have to do it before then. It's when my thoughts are quiet, or the most quiet, and I can actually focus on that. Because otherwise, if I waited 30 more minutes, then when I normally start, my thought is start thinking about the day.
Yep.
I can't be attentive to the word. The word, like I'm literally reading the word, but I have no idea what I just read because of the loud sounds of the thoughts that are going on inside of my dome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
It's like that sometimes for me more at night, trying to go to sleep, replaying the events of the day. Kind of like I wonder, if I would have said XYZ, if things would have been different. So,
that's the thing. I don't have that problem at nighttime. When it's time to go to bed,
you out.
Them eyes closed, that mind is shut off. I don't. Melvin talks about that.
Yeah.
He can't go to sleep at night because he's thinking about the day. The day gone. I'm thinking about the next. Well, that is problematic. I do start thinking about the next day a little bit, but I've had to tell myself that it's nothing I can do about the next day until the next day.
Yeah.
Well, when I first started school, shout out, just graduated.
Hey,
got my master's.
did we not acknowledge that before?
No,
I don't know. Got my master's in December, just graduated.
Congrats.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's the master's in?
Masters of Arts in Religion.
Dope.
But my wife was telling me when I first started, she was like, I basically know how your whole day went because I was talking in my sleep. Like I was reliving she was like, I know the class you were in. I know the conversations you had.
Stop.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you wasn't a wild boy.
Yeah.
Would have been telling on himself at night.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like full conversation.
Full conversation. She said I was laughing, like all of that, like talking to professors, talking about assignments, because it was just like, I'm not gonna say overload, but
Yeah, I mean,
I was consuming a lot of information
Mm.
in the day.
and working full time too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the same place. Like going upstairs to class to come back downstairs to my office.
yeah. That's one of the benefits of working in higher ed, boy.
Yeah.
What's that?
Just being able to have the flexibility to know that school, being able to get an advanced degree while you still getting able to work
Yeah,
full time
yeah,
and
yeah.
be in the same place, and just
Yeah.
the efficiency.
I agree.
But clearly, the challenges that go along with it too.
It does.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm sleeping a lot better now.
I'm sure. Congratulations,
now,
bro.
For you, do you have a problem going to sleep at night?
No, I'm too tired. We have a 2-year-old, or she'll be 2 next month. So
Yeah.
when I will fall asleep downstairs on the couch. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, because we trade off. So somebody will do dish duty and get the kitchen and reset the house on the bottom floor, and then the other person does bedtime. So bath, bed, and then we routine. And there are parts where we pop in and out, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, somebody's got to wash the dishes and do that. So if I don't do the dishes early enough or
Yeah.
whatever, I'm not trying to mess up the hot water.
Yeah.
So I got to wait for the wife to get in the shower,
Mm-hmm.
So I end up sitting on the couch and be like, sit here for
Getting
a few minutes.
still.
Bro, I'll wake up, it'll be 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
I will fall asleep downstairs at 11 o'clock
Wow.
or 10 o'clock, 10:30, and I will wake up and it'll be 4:30.
Your wife don't even come get you?
No.
Do your wife get you if you fall asleep on the couch?
Nah. Not really.
Bruh, what? I be mad because my wife will come get me.
Nah, it's like
I'll be on the couch knocked out, and she be like, "I ain't gonna tell." May I touch the
They cannot
demonstration?
demonstrate.
May I touch the demonstration? She be like, "Hey," and I'm come on to bed. Oh, okay, I'll come to bed in just a minute. No, come to bed now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stomping up the stairs because I know from the couch to the bed, I'm
I'ma
going to
You
wake up.
Yeah. And you better not cut that TV on when you get up in the bed either, because
Well, see, that's the thing. We don't have a TV.
TV in the room.
We don't
No
have a-
TV in the room. Team, no TV in the room.
Now, now we shifting conversation. Why do you have a? I want a TV in my room.
Nope.
I
Give
have
me verbiage so I can tell my wife why we need a TV in the room.
I have one in every room except for the bathroom and the kitchen.
Actually, the bathroom is
Probably
where
where
you
you
should
need
have
one.
one.
Yeah.
Nah.
I wish I had a TV in the shower.
Nah.
I wish I had a TV in the
I wish I
shower
had a TV
too.
in the shower.
Yeah,
I actually have looked at them little Amazon joints
so you could put
where
your phone in
there. Where it like suction cup to the wall, you can put your phone in there. But yeah, I no TV in the
Well, let me
bedroom.
ask you this: why do you not have one in your bedroom?
Okay,
That's
so
supposed to be your place of peace, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's supposed to be your place of peace. That's supposed to be where you shut it down.
Well, you can just cut the TV off.
No.
What do you
But
mean?
it's the temptation.
Exactly.
I
And
mean, I
my
don't-
wife is not gonna not have a TV on in the room. Now, this was one of the core, not arguments, one of the core discussions we had, and just like pre-marriage, premarital, and didn't come in premarital counseling or anything like that. But it was a conversation, like a lifestyle question that we literally talked about.
Mhm.
And because I had so got divorced, moved back to my mom's crib, and then got my own spot. And when you staying at somebody else's house, you got everything in one spot or whatever. And then
Yes,
or if
you
had,
do.
or if you had
Yes.
a roommate,
You got your
before-
whole life in there.
yeah, or if you
yeah.
had a roommate before and you shared an apartment or something, everything is in the room.
Yeah.
So once I got my first apartment and I could sprawl everything out,
Right.
the TV is in the living room. Because when I go to the room, I'm going to sleep. The bedroom is to go to sleep. I'm not sitting up in here scroll. Well, I'll scroll a little bit, but I'm not sitting up in here watching TV, watching movies from the bed. If I want to do that, I'm going to go sit on the couch. And when I'm ready to go sleep, I'm going in the room and I want to be able to cut the light off. Ain't no extra glare. And I'm ready to go to sleep. The bedroom is for sleeping. No TV in the bedroom.
So that is the theory that my wife hit me with. She hit me with the same thing too. She was like, "This is meant to be for sleeping," and I did not fully accept that when we first got married. Well, partially because once again, I was a bachelor. I had my TV in my room. I was so used to that. I used to fall asleep to watching The Office all the time. And then when we got married, this is something to unpack in a whole nother episode. But when we got married, my wife and I actually lived in her mother's house.
Mhm.
And because we lived in her mother's house, like you said, everything is in that room. We got our TV, we got our dresser, we got all our clothes.
You
know
might
what I'm
have a
saying?
hot plate in that.
Might have a hot plate in there. You know what I'm saying?
Might have a hot plate in the
Might
mini
have a hot
fridge
plate in there.
for your personal beverages and
So
things.
we got everything in there, and so our TV was in there. And so when we first were married, the first 3 months, we had a TV in our room, and I was like, "Yeah, this is how I live." So then when we get our own spot, she's like, no TV comes back here. It's just like, why? It's because this is supposed to be a place where you rest. I can rest watching TV. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to convince her now. Because
you think you can rest watching TV.
Well, see, that's the thing. All right, so going back to what we were talking about earlier, falling asleep on the couch. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to fall asleep, let me at least fall asleep in the bedroom watching TV. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel sleepy, I'm like, all right, I can continue this upstairs in the bed watching TV and then fall asleep and just, curl over in that joint instead of being on the couch. You waking me up and I'm stomping upstairs and I wake up.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing.
Well, see, that's the thing, because you fall asleep watching TV. I fall asleep in complete silence.
And so if you fall asleep,
I don't need complete silence.
And you wake up and you walk into the bedroom, if you're not sleepy when you get there, you just laying there looking at the ceiling.
I mean, I eventually fall asleep within like 2 minutes, but still, it's
that's
the 2 minutes,
bro. That's the thing, because my wife had the same complaint, but she's also said, as we are in our 4th year of marriage, that she sleeps better now than she did when she was falling asleep to the TV every night.
Well, I'll give you that. I'll hit 15 years in June, and that TV been in that bedroom all 15.
Well, I mean, does your wife have a opposing opinion?
No.
Okay, we'll see.
So we
two
good.
TV people.
We in there.
Now, I will say this: as much as I don't like that philosophy, I've adapted that philosophy because I have come to learn that there are certain spaces in my house that are going to be designated for certain things. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, I give you case in point. Whenever I'm editing the podcast, I have to sit in one of two places. If I sit in anywhere else in the house, I'm not productive. But if I sit in my office on the couch, or if I sit in our lounge area on the couch, I can knock it out. Mm-hmm. But if I sit on the couch in the living room,
right,
I'm not getting anything done. Same thing with me doing my homework. I used to sit on the couch and do homework on the couch, but now I've come to realize I can't do it on the couch no more. I have to be in the office upstairs, you know what I'm saying, and separated, because otherwise I'm not focused. So with that being said, if I realize that is the case for those specific tasks, then sleep then needs to have its place. And then
it's just that rest needs a haven. You need to know that at the end of the day, I can go back to this place and it's absolutely gonna be restful no matter what. It needs to be optimized for my rest.
Yeah,
we don't value rest enough in society.
That is true,
and in culture.
I agree with that.
So, hustle culture is crazy. Matter of fact, while we there, we got a few more minutes. I want to talk about that hustle culture, because just recently we put up a post, we put up a reel talking about, it's where Melvin is talking about saying,
get your life together.
Get your life together.
Yeah.
Figure your life out. That's what he said. Figure your life out.
That sounds like him.
And in it, he's basically saying people are hustling, doing a bunch of things with no focus, right? Mm-hmm. So we had some people respond to it on Facebook saying, that's cap. Multiple streams of income is the way to do it. And it's like, no, that's not what he was trying to say. What he was trying to say was that you need to have focus in your life, and you need to put perspective on certain things before you start moving on to other stuff.
Because people will say multiple streams of income, but all the streams are trickling.
All the streams are trickling, yes.
It's not like you talk about multiple fire hoses of revenue coming through these different pipelines. You got people that are like, oh, bruh, I think anybody even said this in the clip, like, I cut hair and I do this and I do that. And it's like, bruh, okay, well, if you could really be a premium barber,
yes,
if you focus on getting better at barbering, and you can charge more, and you can actually have a legitimate revenue stream. That just comes down to how people view business in a lot of sense.
And then this element too that I want to add.
Yeah.
Because you are so focused on so many different things, you forget how to rest. Mm-hmm. Because you're moving and shaking. And honestly, that was speaking to me. because I oftentimes forget how to rest. I remember the other day, just thinking about the next day. I was like, man, I got this to do. I got this to do. I got this to do. Well, if I start on it now, I could do, whatever case may be. And I felt a peace when I felt a peace in saying, no, I've worked hard today. I'm about to watch this Netflix for the next hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And sit here and enjoy myself and detach away from the world. Let me go into someone else's world.
Yeah.
And take in this entertainment, not for the sake of being numb, but for the sake of detaching from the world and resting and trusting and believing that tomorrow's going to take care of itself.
Mm-hmm. I saw an interesting, that reminds me, it was an interesting clip that I saw that was, bro was talking about the concept of daily bread.
Ooh.
And how like the manna that came from heaven, if
Yes.
they tried to keep it, it would spoil.
Yes.
And it was talking about like, basically kind of equating that to the thought of like, God told them to gather what they needed for now.
Yes.
Not for later. Like
Yes.
so much of what we're trying to do is trying to prepare for all the things when
Yes.
you're supposed to be to take care of today.
Mm.
The Lord is giving you revelation. He's giving you this. He's giving you that for today.
For today, bro.
What happened yesterday may not apply to today.
Yes.
And it's a mechanism that is designed that way to make sure that we are in tune consistently in our relationship, as opposed to like, he was like, so the example he uses, like so many of us are like holding on to like revelation that we got a week ago, or just holding on to Sunday's sermon, or holding on to these really big emotional moments that we may have in our spiritual practice, when you should get clarity from the Lord on today.
Right. And you're going back to it's like, I use what I use for the day, and I get to go back to the person who provided it. And in the midst of me going back to the person that provided it, is so many things that's happening. One, I'm trusting that you are still going to provide.
Yeah.
You are still going to provide. And two, that it is good for me to follow your instructions to not worry about tomorrow. Just take care of today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. You talk about like just hustle culture in general, though. Like, it was not really something that I subscribed to or really saw. Like, I didn't really, it just didn't really resonate. You know what I mean? Like, once you learn how business really operates, like, you can recognize I think that's a lot of things too. A lot of people got side hustles mixed up with like actually running businesses. Like, it's a difference between a side hustle and a business. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you can get away from hustle culture if you like actually learn how to operate business.
You got the last word. How do you differentiate side hustle from the main?
I would say that businesses have the ability to scale without you having to be in the core of it. If you have to do something every single time, then it may not be a fully like scalable business if it involves you having to do an act every single time. So if you have to cut every single head, if you have to drop off every single DoorDash, then it's a side hustle. It's not a business that has, you know what I'm saying, some potential scale to it.
I see what you're saying. You're saying, so it's a business when I can do it, but then I can.
Well, you can put system and process around it, train somebody, and can still get the same result consistently and still produce revenue. When you can add a level of scale to it and remove yourself from the process, it becomes a business.
Got you.
But side hustles are like, I'm going on Facebook Marketplace and getting this stuff for free, and then I'm put it back up there, and I'm gonna sell it, and I'm gonna go. That's all these movement. That's not a business. You just side hustling. You know what I mean? And ain't nothing wrong with having a side hustle, but I think a lot of times too, when you get into these conversations, people talk about things like they're business, like I'm transacting business, I'm handling business. It's like, no, you just hustling, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because everybody got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And hustling is where most things start. You start by doing a thing to make a little extra change, and the next thing you know, maybe it turns into a full business.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, most people are doing multiple side hustles. And one of those side hustles could be a legitimate business, but that's not usually what happens.
You said it. What Jay say? I'm a businessman.
Oh, he said I'm a businessman. He's like I'm
a businessman, not a businessman.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. That's what he said.
Oh,
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman, meaning I am a business.
Yes. So the first one is businessman, no comma. The second one is business, comma, man.
Exactly. Correct.
I got you. You got to sign off on us with us, Dave.
Hey, man. It's been another episode of the Melanie D's podcast. It's your boy, Troy. Shout out my boy, Raj.
Yep, yep.
This Dave Has Wings. Catch y'all on the next one. We out.